You ever wonder why some people earn six figures and still live paycheck to paycheck? Why a raise never seems to fix the stress? Why no matter how much they earn, they stay broke? It's not bad luck, it's not inflation, and it's not even a lack of discipline. It's something deeper, something invisible, a system that traps people in survival mode, and a mindset that keeps them there. Because if more money was really the answer, why do so many people with more still feel stuck? Let's dive into why most people stay broke no matter how much they earn, and what it actually takes to escape the cycle for good. Part 1. The income illusion. Here's how it starts. You get your first real job, you're earning more than ever before. You finally feel like an adult, and then you start upgrading. Better apartment, newer car, more nights out. You feel like you're moving up, but all you're really doing is increasing your obligations to match your paycheck, and soon your lifestyle catches up, then overtakes you. You're making $80,000 a year, but you have $79,500 in expenses, and you're making six figures, and your credit card balance is still growing. It's not that you're failing, it's that you've mistaken income for wealth. Wealth is what you keep, not what you earn. Part 2. The spending psychology trap. Let's get real. Most spending is emotional. We buy things not because we need them, but because of how they make us feel. That jacket? It makes you feel powerful. That car, it gives you identity. That dinner, it buys temporary status. But here's what's dangerous. Marketers know this, and they spend billions engineering your desires. Ads aren't selling products. They're selling aspirations. They tell you, you'll feel confident once you wear this. You'll feel worthy once you drive that. So even when your logical brain says no, your emotional brain says yes. And if you're not aware of it, you'll keep making financial decisions based on feelings, not goals. Part 3. The hidden cost of convenience. Modern life is optimized for frictionless consumption. You don't need to carry cash, just tap your phone. You don't cook, just order. You don't wait, just subscribe. But convenience comes at a cost. A $5 coffee every morning, a $20 Uber instead of a bus, a $200 grocery bill because you were hungry and tired. It doesn't feel expensive, but it adds up quietly. It's not the $1,000 mistakes that break people. It's the $1,000 mistakes. And when those become habits, they quietly drain your future without ever triggering alarm bells. Part 4. The financial culture of your environment. Your friends matter, your coworkers matter, your family matters, because money behavior is contagious. If everyone around you upgrades when they get a raise, you will too. If your group normalizes debt, you'll stop fearing it. If nobody around you talks about investing, you won't think it's for you. And this isn't just theory, it's neuroscience. Our brains are wired for belonging. We will often sabotage our finances just to fit in, so if your circle isn't building wealth, you probably aren't either. That's why changing your financial future might require changing your environment. Part 5. Why high earners go broke. You've probably seen stories of athletes, celebrities, or lottery winners going bankrupt within years. How does that happen? They earned millions and they lost it all. The answer? They never learned the difference between income and infrastructure. Income is the money coming in. Infrastructure is the system that protects it. Think of it like a house. Income is the water through the pipes. But if you don't have a tank, a filter, a plan, it spills out the moment pressure builds. They built income, but not systems, not boundaries, not discipline. Wealth isn't what you make, it's what survives when you're not looking. Part 6. How inflation quietly eats the middle class. Here's a villain you rarely see coming. Inflation. Every year, your money buys less. Even if your paycheck goes up, your purchasing power might shrink. Most people don't notice until it's too late. Groceries cost more, housing is insane, healthcare is a nightmare, but your savings account still earning less than inflation. And that gap? That's how wealth disappears. The rich combat inflation with assets, things that grow in value. The middle class holds cash and wonders why it never stretches far enough. Part 7. The lie of career stability. Another trap, thinking your job is your safety net. You can give a company 10 years of your life and be laid off in 10 minutes. Jobs don't build wealth, they provide income, and income can vanish instantly. Yet most people bet everything on that single stream. They don't build backups, no side incomes, no passive cash flow, no ownership. It's a dangerous game because when the job disappears, so does your entire financial foundation. Real security comes from leverage, multiple streams, assets, skills that can't be automated or outsourced. Part 8. How taxes keep you broke quietly. Let's talk about what might be your biggest expense, but also your most invisible one. taxes. If you work a regular job, you're paying the highest tax rates. W-2 income is taxed before you even touch it. But if you own assets, you pay less, sometimes almost nothing. That's why the rich love real estate, why they borrow against their wealth instead of selling it, why they hire tax strategists, not just accountants. The game isn't fair, but it is learnable. And if you're not playing it strategically, you're paying more than you should. Tax planning is wealth planning. Part 9. Generational Programming, the Broke Mindset You Inherited. Sometimes the biggest reason you're broke isn't in your wallet. It's in your wiring. You grew up hearing, money doesn't grow on trees. Rich people are greedy. We can't afford that. Maybe your parents fought about bills. Maybe your community saw money as evil. Maybe success felt unsafe. So you formed beliefs that having money means guilt, that wanting wealth makes you selfish, that you're destined to struggle like everyone else. These scripts don't just fade. They guide your behavior. They control your decisions. They limit your potential. Breaking the cycle means rewriting the narrative, not just learning how money works, but how your mind works around money. Part 10. Escaping the broke loop, the roadmap. So, what do you actually do? Here's the roadmap, no fluff. Step 1, face the numbers. Print out your last 3 months of transactions. Highlight everything. Essentials, habits, regrets. See the truth, no judgment. Step 2, build the gap. Your wealth is the gap between what you earn and what you keep. Automate your savings. Automate your investments. Let your future self win by default. Step 3, eliminate small leaks. Cancel unused subscriptions. Audit impulse purchases. Use a budget, not as a prison, but as permission. Step 4, invest in self-education. Read 1 book a month. Watch 1 video per week. Join conversations about money. Step 5, own something. Own shares. Own side hustles. Own your skill stack. Step 6, protect your downside. Emergency fund, insurance, no dumb debt. Part 11, what wealth actually means and why most people miss it. Let's stop and ask the question almost no one asks clearly. What does it actually mean to be wealthy? Most people think it's obvious. Wealth means money, big house, luxury car, a 7-figure bank account. But here's the twist. A lot of people who check all those boxes aren't wealthy at all. They're stressed. They're exhausted. They're drowning in debt and can't afford to stop working for even 1 month. And then, on the other side, there are people with average incomes who live in peace. No debt, savings in the bank, time to spend with their family. Freedom to say no. So, who's actually rich? We've been conditioned to confuse richness with flash. Wealth is being able to wake up without panic, to take your kid to school without checking your bank balance, to say no to a toxic client or a 9-to-5 you've outgrown. Wealth is time. Options, energy, margin. It's the ability to control how you spend your hours, because time is the only currency you can't earn back. If someone earns $500,000 a year but works 80 hours a week, is always stressed, and needs 3 vacations just to feel human again, are they actually wealthy? Now compare that to someone earning $75,000 with no debt, 30-hour work weeks, and passive income that covers their bills. Who has more freedom? Who owns their time? Wealth isn't measured in digits. It's measured in choices. So ask yourself, would you rather look rich or be rich? Because one lasts a moment, and the other, it changes everything. If this opened your eyes, wait till you see what we cover next. Part 12, why knowing isn't enough. Action separates the broke from the free. At this point, you might be thinking, okay, I get it. You understand the traps. You know how the system is designed. You even see your own spending habits in a new light. But here's what separates those who stay broke from those who break out. Action. Most people know what they should do. They read the books, but don't build the budget. They watch the videos, but don't automate their savings. They talk about investing, but keep postponing until it feels safer. But wealth doesn't reward knowledge. It rewards consistency, because small, boring actions repeated over time are more powerful than big plans abandoned in a week. Track your money every Sunday, review your goals every month, check your net worth every quarter. No drama, just rhythm. And here's the best part. Once you start acting, your mindset shifts. You go from I can't afford that to how can I afford that? From I'm bad with money to I'm learning how to master it. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. Because wealth isn't built in a day, but it can be destroyed in one if you stay passive. So take the first step, then the next. And remember, you don't have to be rich to start, but you do have to start to ever become rich.